Hello, 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 hello. It is I, Phantazap, and I am incredibly tired, but I also want to do a stream tonight. So don't expect a lot of energy. But, just gonna be doing some simple terraforming, nothing crazy, nothing wild. It seems I've also fixed streaming. It was being broken, or just screen sharing on Discord, but I found out what the issue is by trying to start the stream. So that's good. It's always good to see. Always good to see. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's chilling. Load level, load file, wander, open. Good afternoon, evening, morning. That's like, it's evening. It is evening on my end. Alright. So, what did we do last time? Last time, we went ahead, built ourselves a desert temple. It's a cute little build, I think. So, what we're gonna want to do is fix our keybinds, excuse me. Who broke my keybinds? You monsters. Okay. We're gonna want to go ahead, get the transitioning into the desert part a bit nicer. Build some more cactuses. Maybe get rid of some of the ones that exist. We have a lot of cactuses. Perhaps... God damn it. Okay. Oh. Hold up. Oh, that's convenient. An idea for the village on Turtle. I'm going to make it look like it was flooded in the Indev floods. Cacti were more sparse. Yeah, no, I put too many cacti. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get a sand understack, a leaf understack, and just chill from there. Right. We'll get both of those. We already have understacked logs. And we'll be vibing. Dirt understack is simply not necessary. If you are terraforming the dirt, then you are going to be getting a lot. So it's just really a non-issue. Like, look, right over here. This whole little chunk, this can go. This is not necessary. I say that. I'm gonna make some adjustments to it, but I do want to, I think I want to expand this hill. Or not expand, but, kind of merge this. So bring that there. Okay. Yeah. We have dirt. We can go ahead and grab some of it. And then go ahead and just clean up the terrain a wee bit more. It'll be lovely. It'll be great. Okay. But first we gotta grab some TNT, we gotta grab a chest. Just go ahead and get the understacking out of the way. We can understack dirt, I guess. The issue is I just keep forgetting that I have it. And then destroying the understack, and so, there just isn't a point. Right? Okay. Here. I don't want to go too far out. Okay. No! My torches! Dropped them. Oh yeah, we can't... Hold up. I'm doing this incredibly jankly. Zapstream, hi Fluff! How are you doing? I am trying my best. My best is just subpar. Subpar indeed. Okay. Do I not? Okay. Getting leaves. We're doing sand. We have the singular water spawner block. That's really all I need of that for now. And dirt we will just get as we get it. Okay. Alright. Easy. Easy peasy. You're lurking? Alright, thank you for the lurk, Floof. Hope you enjoy your night. Let's see. Okay. We might get people in VC. Unsure. Undecided. Right now, we're just relaxing. There's not really any builds I want to make today. And I mean, the updates, the last few haven't been anything wild. So next stream we are going to go ahead and just... I am congested as balls. Okay. This is suboptimal, to say the least. Okay. Regardless, what was I talking about? Next stream is going to be an update. There's not been too much in here, so there's not much to, like, preserve. With the village, I built the well, started the blacksmith, and realized I need to quarry a ton of cobble. Fair. Fair, fair. Okay. Alright. Go ahead, grab a lot of our extra dirt that's just sitting around. And from there... From here, it's really just terraforming. Terraform and chill. Nothing wild. Okay. Next update, we get mobs back. It's gonna be interesting. I considered doing an update today. I was thinking about it, but quite frankly, I'm just too tired, and I would not be able to put the energy that I want into that stream, into this stream. So, yeah. No update today. We are just hanging out. Okay. Most of it's gonna be semi-flooded. We'll drain when we get buckets. Okay. Fair, fair. Break that. This area I don't hate being just like a little sandy zone. But I did just build this desert over here. Right? I just built the desert. And I like the dirt transitioning into it. Like a sort of hill. But also over here... Are you all okay? They're all dying. Like, if these guys spend any more time in the water, they'll drown. Yep, you over there. You. Listen, man, I'm just trying to do some, like, calm building. This isn't anything wild. You're all just drowning on my property. So in June? Okay. Okay. Something like this. Actually, no. That one stays like that. Honestly, I think most of this can probably get away with, like, being down here. Right? I gotta think how I want to do all of my Terraforming. All of my Terraforming. You need a lifeguard? Listen. They don't drop random stuff, so they can drop feathers, gunpowder, string, or flint and steel. Nothing wild. Nothing completely random. Basically just like mob drops. But they just don't have any special look between them. I don't know if these are like considered separate mobs and just have like one big like loot table. Or if it's like is this all one mob and having one big loot table that's randomly picking from? Or are these like just the same type of mobs as before but changed? I wasn't late, I was just on the wrong livestream link. Lego, we started literally 13 minutes ago. You're not late, you're chilling.
Well, he said he was super tired.
Like, 13 minutes is not that bad. 13 minutes is not that bad. Okay. Alright. I really like the desert temple. Like, from a distance, those blocks
Yeah,
do just, like,
I
look
haven't-
orange.
I would say I'm looking at those
It's
all the
quite
time.
nice. It just feels like a proper desert temple.
It was like a toxic waste or
Let's
whatever.
see.
Take this ping pong ball, couldn't get rid of it.
Alright, something right there.
Outside. I was like,
Average in-dev gameplay be like, we were just terraforming. We're just vibing solo. Just living our best life. That, I don't like that.
getting like, a little more stressed.
Need sand.
And this-
Hold up.
I don't think I'm gonna-
Average in-dev gameplay. Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause I've been asking
it's exhilarating.
about, you know,
We're doing so much exciting.
and,
For real, for real.
like,
When you play,
a lot of the people I ask are either
what's it called, Better Than Wolves for the first time, I vaguely know what I'm doing, so if I'm not asleep or busy, I could VC to help you out a bit. Mayhaps,
One
mayhaps.
of my roommates, Caleb, asked
I
me
kind of just want to throw myself at that and just hope for the best when I get to it.
and her advisor said something about
It'll be goofy.
them not knowing, like they were having a lot of trouble.
Finally made it to release 1.5, which is
Why? Because they only get the teacher side of it.
YouTube chat. Will you let me see?
And they're trying to
I
get
hate
to
the
a
heart. I hate the heart.
semester.
They put like a react heart
Well,
in the chat, and you just can't get rid of it. You just can't.
and
You just can't. And I try to look under it, and I just can't see what your message
I
says.
got a 9%.
Release 1.5, which is a banger. Okay.
Yeah, I got a 9%.
Hoping for the best, won't end the best, definitely not. Won't end the best because it's definitely not vanilla. And then someone immediately just starts spamming the heart react. Okay. You people are mean. This is uncalled for. This is harassment. I say. I have to react heart block so I can read. You can't block it on mobile. That's the issue. And I use my phone for chat. Right? So I just have to like sit back and suffer. And it's a pain in the butt. I dislike it. Lego, what are you up to? What are you currently doing? Mobile and OBS can't block. I use Stream Elements, so it's not an issue for seeing it in OBS, thankfully. I mean, you can put custom CSS on, like, elements put into OBS, so you would think you're able to hide it, even without, like, Stream Elements. On laptop, though, if you're just, like, in a browser, you can go ahead and, like, use an ad blocker or something. Usually it just has a inspect element type thing, or no. Like, you can use inspect element to find what element you're trying to block, and then just, like, through your ad blocker is usually just something you can do. Yeah. Well, I know, like, some people might not want to use ad blockers for whatever reason. It's just a necessity on the internet at this point. When I stream on YT, I use the default YouTube stuff. I have Stream Elements, but I don't want to log out of Twitch. Fair. Alright, let's go over here.
I will say some of the stuff that we've been expecting.
Currently fixing wolf textured entity textures? Okay. Would you be down to call?
I don't know. It's just...
Give me some interesting stuff to talk about in person to talk with. Well, I'm just placing dirt because there's really only so entertaining I can make this when I'm this tired. Okay, goes there. Let's break this. If you don't use an ad blocker at all times, you are a silly fellow. Real. I don't stream. I have someone who's now my self-proclaimed editor. Oh. You know, ad blockers are beautiful. YouTube's war on them has been so stupid. They've only been making them stronger. The most recent thing is dumb, though. Like, on Brave browser, because it just has, like, an ad blocker built in. Like, and I can disable it, right? But YouTube, by default, just breaks on Brave. And that, like, it will detect if you have an ad blocker and, like, prevent you from accessing anything. Like, it'll turn the whole site just completely blank. Unless, like, you're already on a YouTube link, then the video itself will render, but nothing else does. It's so stupid. Me just having all the footage for another Netherite beacon in 100 MC days video, but being too lazy to edit it. Video I had posted, I needed legit no editing. uBlock origin / pause. Duly noted. Might look into it. I see you uploaded something for the first time in years. Send your videos. I want to edit. Nice. Wish that was a thing that had happened to me. I've recorded a few things over time. The issue is I'm too tired to make myself edit. Otherwise, it would be over. It would be over for all of you. I'd be too powerful. My streaming content has unironically, like, been doing good. And most of it's just been the Wander streams. I've still been growing. Despite just, like, not getting as much variety as I'd like because college exists. And I'm already, like, too tired to, like, go to class sometimes. Like, sometimes I just have to, like, be like, ah. And wallow in pain. So, like, I've not been getting streams in a lot as well. Aside from just the Sunday ones. I don't edit because I prefer no editing style. That's fair. Editing's useful. Like, I enjoy it for the sake of videos. It can just make them objectively higher quality. But also, I stream. That's my main thing. So, that's just not something that's overly important for me, usually. Like, it's just not something that's a priority of mine, doing a lot of editing. Because I can get, if I want to, like, do some content that I'm not already doing, generally speaking, I can just stream that instead. Right? Like, if I had better hardware, I'd be doing Space Engineers streams frequently. I don't think people would enjoy 40 hours of uncut footage still uploading so people can't say it's fake, though. Real. That's why I stream. There's no obligation for me to edit it. Does not matter how, like, mentally tired I am, I can just go ahead and, like, hit go live and be fine. Whenever I want. It's beautiful. Because a lot of the time, right? Like, right now, I was debating whether or not I even wanted to stream today. Because, like, I kinda did. But, slight headache. Right? Slight headache. And I could have been, like, playing Space Engineers with Pix, although I was getting a little bit tired. But, like, I just decided to hit go live, and now I'm in the swing of things enough that I should be able to get through the stream fine without any issue. I need to not hit Steves with blocks. That is a bad habit. If it's an understack, it just removes it, and I don't like that. Like, once I hit go live, I'm usually fine. It's just making myself do that. And so editing is like forcing myself to hit go live multiple times before anyone actually gets to see it. Right? It's an effort. And maybe one day I'll actually have the strength to put into that. Or the funds to just get an editor, but that day is not today. That day is not today. Alright. Okay. Kinda want to, like, bring it back slightly and then come back over here. Yeah. Like that. Last thing I recorded was a training attempt for the Better Than Wolves succession. Okay. I need to try it at some point. Like, I've heard good things, and I've tried Better Than Adventure, that's pretty fun. But Better Than Adventure is completely different than Better Than Wolves. They're just two very different vibes. Best you get is 200 a week? No, exactly. I rarely get that much. Just for the fact of, like, getting the hours is not something that's feasible. Let's see. Me, come over here. Mind that. And just alter the terrain a wee bit. Okay. That's good. And then we just want to build over this. Can send the Better Than Wolves Discord if you want. I'm good. I'm in too many Discords. I'll probably only look into that thing once I'm a bit closer to actually doing it. Like, until then, it's not really not a priority. Okay. Let's, like, loop you around. Yeah, like that. Okay. Yeah. Like, I'm sure I'll be able to find it if I, A, want to join it, and B, like, am closer to doing it. Shouldn't be too difficult. If I can't, then, if I remember, I'll ask you about it. Let's see. Remember when we said that we'll just not understack the dirt because we wouldn't need it? And then ran out of dirt? Isn't that lovely? There's experienced players who can give tips in there. I just don't want tips, that's the thing. I really do just want to go into that and, like, throw my head against the wall. And just figure it out. I think that'll be just, like, an interesting experience. Or maybe I'm just masochistic, I don't know anymore. It's really hard to tell. Alright. You are in the way, sir. And that might very well cost your life if you don't figure out how to move in time. Just saying, this patch of sand is not a safe place to be if you value your kidneys. Good choice. Okay, dropped my phone. Transient, which we did to unlock the 3.0 beta, was interesting. Constant blizzard. Okay. Don't know what any of that means, but... Rip Steve's kidneys. Rip. Welcome back, Lego. The grand return of the MC Lego Man. Steve has adult knees. Uh-huh. Is there a joke here? I just don't get it. I just don't understand. I feel like there's like a bit that I just cannot comprehend. And I just get to sit here and just complete awe. Like, what is this man waffling about? What does solo mean? Will we ever know what solo means? You about ready to call? Lego. About ready to hop into VC. 3.0 beta is the most recently released version for 1.6.4. 2.0 is the most recent full release. 1.14 blah blah blah. 2.14. It's on 1.5. Okay. I'm just gonna call you. I think that's the simplest thing. Let me just do this. I gotta love that getting picked up by... Say something?
Hello, hello?
Okay, that's so funny. Okay, so Discord audio, right, picks up the call voice, right? It picks up, like, what you're saying. But it does not pick up... Like, the thing I have it set to does not just pick up Discord's audio, if that makes sense. It picks up call audio, but Discord audio still, like, routed through just the normal desktop audio.
That's
which is funny.
interesting.
I'm sure it's, like, having to do with how I have things configured. Honestly, I don't really care too much. It's just a quirky little thing.
If it works, it works.
Oh, yeah. It's a non-issue. Alright. But yeah, I'm just doing some terraforming, Lego. How have you been enjoying messing around with the wolves? You seemed a little bit disappointed,
cool.
I guess.
Disappointed that they kind of,
That they stole the idea.
Yeah, they did it at a terrible timing. But how they've done it, I really like them.
Yeah.
Being able to have a custom wolf type just with a data pack is actually really cool.
They've been, like, data pack people have been eating well for these snapshots. Well, you're building a desert, I'm destroying one. That's not very nice. I can't believe you would do that. I'm gonna have to, like, tell on you. Alright. But yeah, for context, chat, Lego made the horrible mistake of, you know, saying, I'm gonna do a thing that gives, like, more wolves to the game, right? Because cats have skins, why don't wolves? And here comes Mojang stealing Lego's thunder and just doing it themselves. Lovely. My TNT ain't gonna craft itself until 1.21. Fair enough, honestly. Alright. The primal urge to, like, set up a TNT duping system, or not TNT, sand duping system in 1.21, just to, like, create an automated bomb factory. There's still no legitimate way to, like, farm sand, is there? You can trade with a wandering trader, I guess, but that's not really farming, that's just, like, praying to RNGesus.
I'll have a look on the wiki.
Explosive business. Okay.
The only renewable method of obtaining either type of sand is through the wandering trader. Yeah.
Yeah. They've added, like, renewable dirt. Like, there's been ways to get more dirt for a while. The big one just being craft some coarse dirt and then go ahead and, you know, till it. Can stun the wandering trader via void trading, but it's still player run? Yeah, exactly. I mean, even just, like, getting more dirt, that's still player run, unless you're, like, doing some really cracked, like, what's it, Azalea setup. But I don't know. Like, the fact that they haven't done anything like that for sand is just a little bit goofy. Because trading your emeralds for trading your emeralds for sand from a wandering trader is just not something that's practically useful outside of, like, niche challenge runs, I think.
Yeah, and
like,
you wouldn't be able to get much, would you?
No, yeah. Which, again, like, niche challenge run, if, like, any ounce of sand helps, then sure. But what's stopping you from just, like, waltzing over to your closest river? You can get that same amount of sand that you'd get from the trader for free. I need to, like, stop setting my water bottle next to me. It's easy to, like, just reach down and grab it, but it's way too freaking easy to kick over And with where I have it set, I just knock over my Switch every time, too. Which is...
Oh, that's not good.
yeah, surely not great for the system. Carpet Sky, my beloved, was messing around with an old friend, got to curse out Bedrock not having more ways than the magma block to breathe underwater. RIP. I love that, like, the whole door thing just never got patched. Like, Notch just decided in the moment, do I need to fix this? The answer is no, and it just never got fixed. Really just went and said, like, it's a feature, not a bug.
True.
Alright.
Even in like the 1.13 development cycle.
I kind of want to do something with this area. Like, I think this could be an interesting, like, mining zone. Having, like, tunnels going into the walls around, like, this entire loop of a canyon. Like, bridge over here. Right. Cross this gap. Got Deltarune on my Switch last night. Was looking through free games, saw Deltarune 1 and 2. Yeah, they're just free. Chapters 1 and 2 are, like, the demos, quote-unquote. But, like, they're just 2 full chapters of the game, and it's all we have. Like, Deltarune, all we have of it is free right now. Which is kind of fun. Kind of cool. Okay.
That reminded me, I was like...
Minecraft is the epitome of it's not a bug, it's a feature. True. Glances at quantum mechanics in Redstone. Alright. It's not a bug. We intended to remove the versions button for legacy console players on PS4. It's basically what I got told by Mojang support on Twitter. That was fun.
Well,
They keep the bug report open for, like, yeah, this is technically not supposed to be the case. You should be able to access your versions button. But it's broken for a lot of people, and if you ask about it on Twitter, they'll just be like, yeah, this isn't getting fixed. Heard of the door explanation? I've heard of the door explanation. That still doesn't make it, like, not a bug. But it's also just good. It's just funny to have. I say that. I know it can, like, break some things, like, they just don't work how you'd expect them to, but it's still... I like it. It's just one of those, like, fun little features that have existed for a while and has, like, a lot of uses. And sure, they added the observer. Like, that is usually more useful. Usually more like, yeah, you can make this do the same thing. But quantum mechanics still have a good place, I would think. Yeah, all technical MC uses quasi-connectivity somewhere. Yeah. Whee!
if they patch that out, it would break so many things.
Yeah. Okay. So what I want to do is, like, have this entire area end up, like, circling around. Just kind of coming along this canyon side. Have the ground all kind of lowered down. It's like the water level. And then have, like, bridges connecting mining tunnels. And you may be asking yourself, well, Phantasap, why are you building mining tunnels at... Why... like... 40? Because I guess it's kind of the height that I'm at, somewhere around there. And my answer to that is... I don't know. I just think it's neat. I just think it looked cool. It's just a cool build idea. It's just a pretty little thing, you know? Alright. And, like, we can go ahead and, like, put some... We can, like, do some funny attempts at, like, some machines. For a secret pirate cove. The issue is I've already built, like, 2 secret pirate cove type things. Now, albeit they're really tiny.
You have 2. Why not have 3?
That's true. We'll think about it. Very nice thing is that there's just no speed reduction for not standing on a full block in terms of mining.
Oh, that's nice.
It's so good. I love it. I'm gonna be honest, I just feel like I get why it can make sense to have it how it be. I need to turn on Do Not Disturb on my phone. I understand why it's the way it is, but I don't like it. I wish I could just, like, be on a ladder, for example, and mine at full speed.
It would make
Who knows,
things
maybe I'm
so
just
much
greedy.
faster.
Real. Now let's light this little bush on fire. Okay. So I'm trying to think. We go ahead, like, tear this all down, and once it's all at, like, the water height, I'll go ahead and make it kind of pull back up slightly. Not substantially, but just a wee bit. And then, from there, we'll have to think. Yeah. We'll leave those bits. We'll have it, like, pull up slightly at the edges, go down a wee bit in the center, and figure out what we want to do just across the sides. I think having, like, mining tunnels just going all the way down and around. I just saw Steve get, like, burnt to death. Oh, there's another one. Goodbye, friend.
Goodbye, Steve.
Unless he lives? Wait? Wait? He's doing okay. Or will they just burn for... No! He lived! You know what? I was expecting the worst. Yeah, I didn't think you'd make it. Didn't think you had it in you.
If Steve can carry however much weight a full inventory of gold is, surely he can survive fire, right?
Well, then you would think he'd be able to, like, breathe through his feet, but apparently that's too difficult. You know, not burning to death, that's fine. But, you know, drowning when your head's above the water? That's just normal, you know? It's nothing's weird. It's not a condition.
Nothing's weird at all.
Okay. I'll do that there. Okay. Honestly, having the overstacked shovels are so nice. Like, just the ability to go ahead and never have to worry about replacing this is beautiful.
Especially since you don't have diamond or mending at the moment.
Yeah, no, I just can't get diamonds until in dev. I was gonna go ahead and expand the world when monsters got added. The issue is that will break the transfer.
We don't want that.
Yeah. And I also don't think it's, like, using the same generation as proper in-dev, which just doesn't feel right. I think I don't want to just, like, custom generate terrain. I mean, I could always generate multiple in-dev worlds, splice them together with the tool, and then toss Wander in the middle of it. Or just, like, generate them around Wander. Like, put basically islands, I guess. But the issue then still remains, it breaks the save tool. Or the transfer tool.
Better to just not.
Yeah. And I don't think it's like an open source thing, so I don't think that's something I can change. I don't think I can fix. Let me see. I think it's... Actually, it might be. It's a Python thing. Wait, it is open source. I'll look at it later. Like, it basically only takes the default world size, right? For the transferring.
I see.
And it... Yeah. So, like, it won't take the deep world, it won't take long... Just the default size. Wander is the default, so it works. It's just a non-issue. And yes, I could use MC Edit, but that then takes away my inventory. Like, I had to put my inventory in a chest first, but I don't want to do that. Because I don't think I'm able to, like, put things back on my head. Is the big part in InfDev. Or I know there are glitches to do it, I just didn't bother testing to see whether I could do it in like the first version of InfDev that I transferred to. Should I have done that? Probably. Next time I'm messing with that, I will. But, yeah. Okay, I'm over here, like, making fun of myself, like, why would you be building mining tunnels at this site? I do need dirt, and, well, yeah, I can understack it, and that's fair. The issue with me understacking dirt, there's no, like, morality issue I have against it, where in InDev, everything's limited, I don't want to, like, run out of anything, or sacrifice how the terrain looks, or, like, have everything be above, like, a massive gaping hole. My only issue with understacking dirt is that because I'm, like, using it while actively terraforming, usually, then I just forget that I have it, right? I forget that I have the understack, meaning I accidentally break it, because I pick up too much dirt. And so... it's just weird. Okay, so we're gonna, like, go ahead and... just make everything, like, match up with this height for now. And then... we can get rid of these. This terraforming has been going lovely. Like, there's just been a lot of progress in the world for making it not look like trash. And whenever this goes to InfDev, it's just gonna place a bunch of trees everywhere as well. So that's gonna make things look quite a bit natural. More natural. It's gonna populate the chunks. My kneecaps. Alright. I cannot wait to have access to, like, changing my control keybinds for each number. Okay, hold up. There's a thing for this. There has to be. I could use Steam. I could set up, like, a custom thing through Steam. A profile for Betacraft.
That is an option.
Let me save the game. Save file. Wander. Yep. If I go to Steam, we'll let this update. You know, while I'm streaming, of course.
A great time.
Wonderful, wonderful. And eventually it'll open. Yep, opens as soon as I start trying to switch to the shovel and keep mining. Okay. So. Library. Add a game. Non-Steam game. Browse. And then we'll go over to Minecraft launchers, Betacraft, and Betacraft. I'm sorry, did that not load? Okay, let me try that again. Betacraft, open. Add selected program. Ah! Alright. And then, where is that? I want to say it's going to be an L because of how it's spelled out. Yeah. Okay. Manage. Properties. Betacraft. Okay. Controller. I mean... So this is... It has, like, controller settings, right? But can I make it just use, like, a keyboard? No controller connected?
Sure, possibly.
Enable Steam input doesn't... Nope. Nope, not an option. Okay. Oh, rip. Remove non-Steam game from library. Okay. Was worth a shot. I'll look into this later. I say as I know I'm going to forget to look into this later. How much dirt have I gotten? About 4 stacks. Go ahead and terraform some more ground. So yeah, we're gonna go and like bring it around here. So have you just been like goofing around with the wolves ever since the snapshot today?
I've pretty much done everything I want to do with the wolves. I had
Okay.
a bug in my code where it wouldn't have a texture for when the wolf was angry or tamed.
Mm-hmm. Because like their eyes change.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've fixed that, so I've done everything that I want to do. I don't have a custom texture for it, so...
So you're still probably gonna go to the one person for it at some point?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe doing one, because I've already got a custom one for the cat, using my mod. So having an extra one for the wolf would kind of make sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that the amount that was added to the game was the same amount that I was going to ask to get.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, for the exact same
Yeah.
reasoning you gave of, like, there's already this many cats, so they should add
Yeah.
this many dogs. I mean, it's sound logic. Equal appeal to the dog and cat people of the world.
True. They still haven't fixed a very annoying bug. It's not a Minecraft bug, it's a Fabric bug. But
Oh.
it's with the resource packs. Every time I go into the resource pack screen, it disables all the resource packs.
That's never happened to me before. Huh? Are you just saying, like, something's broken in your mod due to Fabric and it's causing that? Or like...
Fabric API is currently broken with it.
Oh,
Because
just like the
it's
most
snapshots.
recent version. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense, that makes sense. Who's
Any
pinging
resource
me?
packs that you've added to the game using Fabric will just be disabled when you're on the screen.
Rip.
You can enable them, but next time you go on the screen, you're gonna have to do it again. It just
So
won't
it's like-
remember.
It's not detrimental, but it's annoying.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like this for weeks.
They're powerless. They can't fix it.
Eventually
Okay,
I'll make
I need
my
to do
own
something about my
inventory.
scroll wheel. It's like been jank, and I can't fix it. Like I'm just scrolling straight down right now. Like I'm just constantly scrolling down on my scroll wheel. Not up. But you can see it's doing some quirky nonsense.
It is.
That's why having the keybinds is so nice as well. And like, yeah, I can just press the numbers at the top, but I have to like take my hand off the WASD.
True.
And like, I'm a gamer, so I don't like doing that, you know? It's just suboptimal. Yeah. Yeah, I said it. Okay.
Bro has the goofy scroll wheel. It's so true.
Real. This is why we can't have nice things. And I don't think it's in warranty either. I've had this thing for a good few years. And if it was in warranty, I darn well don't have the receipt. So I'll look into it later. I think it's just a relatively common thing with like this particular mouse, from what I could tell.
The mouse just wants to be goofy.
Indeed, indeed. Who am I to say it can't be goofy? A hypocrite. That's what. Okay. But a simple hypocrite. Okay. So then this is gonna like go over here. So let me go ahead and like toast all the trees that are down here. Okay.
I'll do it. The right price.
Put those there. Okay.
Actually, yeah.
All the Steves are toasting. Music to my ears. Let's just continue with our mining.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Yeah, you're right.
Fire, fire everywhere. Alright. We'll make the top of this little ledge area look better later. We'll make the bottom look better. But for now... Okay, I just can't really do too much. Or risk getting cooked. I say that. There's like water right there, yeah. Okay. So, this is gonna go down to water level. So let's go ahead and just do this. Attempt to use the scroll wheel to get to the dirt and failed quite miserably, frankly.
It's
Okay.
mainly vegetables I don't like.
Okay.
It's childish message
Eh.
For real.
Okay. Ups. I need ups. Need uppies. Upsies. Let me up. Up, up. Okay. Bum bum ba da
Potatoes
dum.
are the best bowl.
Dum
I love-
da da dum.
Corn's okay.
Da dum. Bow.
I love all peppers. Peppers are great.
So I'm gonna be perfectly honest with like the wolves. This was
Probably, honestly.
here's a fun little thing that happened earlier.
Yeah.
The first thing I saw of the snapshot today was like a video posted by a person I watch, right? And they do Bedrock a lot of the time. And so with it, Bedrock's recently gotten add-ons. So when I first saw like the thumbnail and like said getting all 9 wolves, I was like, oh yeah, they recently did some videos on the add-ons that got added. I just assumed that the wolves were add-ons until I saw like multiple other videos pop up in my recommended like an hour later. Like, wait. This is a thing?
That's
This is
understandable.
real?
The first thing I saw was from the Minecraft account itself about it. I was like, oh man,
Oh man.
I was gonna do that.
I mean, like, even the Minecraft account will, like, share marketplace content sometimes. So I don't know if I would have believed it off the... Well, I guess they probably said, like, these are being added, aren't they?
Yeah.
They didn't
They
leave it
usually
open to
say
interpretation.
snapshot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This update's honestly, like, shaping up to be quite good.
Also, the Wolves and Armadillo isn't 1.21, it's 1.20.5.
That's, like, something that's really confused me. Because, like, these are features basically... Like, they felt like they were being branded as for 1.21. But if they're not, then what's 1.21 even gonna be? If all these features are just actually part of Tales and Trails. Right?
The Dog and Armadillo is the only ones that are in 1.20.5.
Ah, okay.
The Breeze
I thought that was
and all
also
that is
Trial Chamber.
1.21.
Mm.
Trial Chamber is 121.
Okay. That makes some amount of sense.
Oh my god,
Okay.
who'd you buy?
Start breaking these because clearly they're taking their sweet, sweet time to burn. Mojang's new version numbering system is horrible. It's never been the best, but yeah.
Wait, what did she do?
I don't mind.
1.18 should have been a part of 1.17. 1.18 and 1.19. I'll die on that hill. 1.19 literally was just Caves and Cliffs Part 3. They called it the Wild
well, we
update.
had
It's wild that they thought it was
1.21
different
like
enough.
what?
I mean,
Part 5?
1. Well, are they adding features that were like promised for Caves and Cliffs? So like, I'm willing to say that 1.19 is like Caves and Cliffs Part 3, and an argument can be made that 1.20 is Part 4 just because archaeology exists. But like, it's wild, right?
Someone else want to go casting? I want to go casting after long.
Like, what does 1.21 isn't adding anything promised for Caves and Cliffs, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I'd say, like, 1.18 should have been 1.17. 1.19 could have been, like, merged with 1.20 to make like, the new 1.19. Or new 1.18.
I think what they wanted to do was have less in each update, so they knew that they could do it.
I think
They
them
had,
trying
like,
to do the whole
promise.
2 update a year cycle is just a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like, they made, like, a promise to themselves that would be a thing, and they just couldn't do it. And I think in the process have goofed up the version naming system so bad.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Captain says in chat, there's so many changes between 1.20 and 1.20.5 that they might as well be 2 different versions.
No,
I
yeah.
agree, but also disagree.
Playing
I
all
agree
sides so you can
that-
come out on top.
Yeah. I agree that, yes, they are different versions, but I also understand that they said that they're gonna have more minor versions. What's in 1.20.5 isn't equivalent to a major version change.
I think it's like a matter of... Well, I'm trying to think, right? Yeah, like, with what Solo says, they did just change the entire MBT system among, like, other various internal things. I can see it being, like, really jank. Like, 1.20.5 is probably going to be closer to, like, have more in common with 1.21 than it does with 1.20.
I think that it's also kind of intended, though.
If it's intended, it's a bad choice, I think.
Because if you think about it, they've got all the minor versions. After however many minor versions you would have. And I guess this is something that they've had over on Bedrock. The Bedrock versioning system.
Yeah, Bedrock versions just kind of all blend together over time. It's weird.
Yeah.
No one keeps track of Bedrock
There's
versions.
way too many numbers.
I think the issue is, right, like I can see on one hand, they don't want to release another update that's just, like, Buzzy Bees, for example, and calling it a whole update, but they just don't have to do that. Like, if you were trying to sell armadillos and wolf skins as the entirety of an update, then yeah, there'd be a problem. But just having it as part of 1.21 with everything else is, like, not an issue.
Solo says so far all the 1.21 content is already in 1.20.5.
Yeah.
Yes and no. Yes, it's in 1.20.5, but no, it's not in that version. The way they're doing it is like experiments. So by technicality it is, but you have to have the flag enabled.
Okay, but a lot of people are gonna want to enable that flag. Like, for all practical purposes, it's just like an entire update's worth of content locked behind a single, like, button press. Most people are gonna just enable that. Unless they physically don't know it's there.
In like release versions, they do make it slightly harder to see it. Because the experiments button isn't on the main page, it's on, I think, the world page.
Experiments are not experiments? Yeah, no. They really aren't. They're these experiments are features that are getting added into the game. It'd be one thing if it was like, say, the combat things, right? If they had the experiments, like, little enable these things system back when the combat tests were ongoing, that's what I would think that's used for. That just seems like a better use. I think experiments should be things that are like, and like the villager rebalance, that's another thing that, like, if I'm gonna be on copium, I'll say that, like, the villager rebalance, that's the thing that they're considering and not gonna go through with, definitely, And that's why they put it in experiments. It's gonna be added, I'm sure. But,
yeah.
Like, the combat snapshots are really the big thing that I can think, this belongs in experiments. Instead of having to, like, hunt down a specialized jar. Just, like, toss the features in there.
Yeah, the way I kind of see the experiments tab is more of a in development tab.
Yeah, that's a more accurate term.
It just so happens to be called experiments.
Yeah. Speaking of, I wonder if the combat snapshots are ever going to start up again. I mean, they said, like, 1.21 is going to be a tinkering in combat update. Or, like, it's going to have features relating to tinkering and combat. So I do wonder if that's, like, if we're finally going to get some features from the combat snapshots. Cleaving will finally be real.
There's some pretty cool things in those snapshots. There was, like, stackable potions and stuff.
Yeah, making potions actually, like, practical in the drinking form.
Yeah.
Because, like, a splash potion and a drinkable potion, right, last the same amount of time. But one is, like, instant. You do not have to delay. The other is taking up the same amount of inventory space, and you're, like, just getting hit in the time it takes to drink it. There's just not a practical purpose to it. So, making them stackable, I think, is definitely a good call. 2409A sent those to the Abyss. Yeah. So the newest, or not the newest now, there's been one today. The snapshot before this one, yeah. The last snapshot before this broke so many discontinued features. Like, there's not been, like, a day of reckoning this bad within the community since the flattening. It's absurd.
Yeah. With the change they did to MBT, it's kind of...
The change. It's like...
Yeah.
This ain't a change. This is a massacre. They took NBT
Complete
tags
rework.
behind the barn and just said, I'm sorry, old
Yeah,
friend.
for real.
And now it's gone. Now we'll never see it again, I say. I know that some things in the game still use NBT. I know it's like, the system still is present, but they're definitely gonna be, like, going off of it.
Yeah. It's sad that it's broken stuff, but it's kind of cool that the stuff it's going to allow data packs to do.
No, yeah, like, this is a feature that does not hurt the average player and, like, helps some of the technical people. It just screws over those who have been, like... It screws over a niche community.
Yeah.
Which isn't anything new to Minecraft, but I digress. We'll forever be salty about them still just not getting around to fixing the versions button. It can't possibly be that hard. It's just like... Well, I say that. I don't know. Because it can work. Right? It can... You can get it to come back. It's like some weird thing having to do with like other accounts on the PlayStation. Somehow like detecting like if they're connected to something. It's weird. It's all just cursed.
I saw a video a while back about something similar, but it was on Xbox with versions, and it was about custom add-ons.
Well, it's you and David right now.
And how if you had like specific versions, there was ways you could put in custom add-ons. However, they've made those versions not accessible, so you
Like
can
it forced
on
an
some
update?
systems. Yeah, like they removed the update from the Microsoft Store.
Wait,
But
you could
kind of.
choose your version on the Microsoft Store? For Xbox?
I think so.
I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I know on, like, say, Google
like-
Play, it exists in their servers, right? Like, you can use a
Yeah.
custom thing to get it from there. I didn't think that was a thing on Xbox in, like, any way, shape, or form.
I don't have an Xbox, so I can't say for sure,
Same.
but I believe that's what the video was saying.
I need to get a PS4 at some point. Because I have a Legacy console disc. Which is fun, right? Like, I have the disc for Minecraft Legacy console. And so I can actually, like, properly play it. Like, the PS4 is basically the definitive edition of Legacy. In the fact of, like... For the fact of, it gets 1.14, right? It goes the farthest in terms of updates. And so, like, in theory, it's really cool to have. Practically speaking, I couldn't play it on the PS5 back at my, like, parents' house until I finally figured out what was going wrong and managed to, like, mess with some settings outside of it and, like, desync the account from being the game console. It's so weird. It's, like, such, like, a weird glitch that does not seem like it has much of a reason to happen. So, I don't know. But I managed to, like, work around that so I could finally play Legacy console on PS5. The issue is, I could play it, right? I could boot up the game just fine. But it would update. And once it updated to Bedrock,
Do it.
despite giving, like, whenever you update to Bedrock from Legacy Console, it pulls up, like, some screenshots and whatnot, being like, here's some features, like, in Bedrock, and here's the additions button, you can use that to get back. So I get the screenshots. It recognizes that I'm coming from Legacy. That I'm supposed to have the button.
Aye.
But it doesn't give it to me. Unless, like, I go ahead and change some, like, settings unrelated to Minecraft on the PS5. Not even changing settings, like, desyncing the account. What it is if another account, from what I can tell, has bought Minecraft, like, from the store, it seems to have to do with that. And so because they can't access Legacy Console, then you can't. It's some weird shit.
This is weird.
Yeah. Good old Bug Rock taking away Legacy from me.
How dare it?
Nice, Mateo.
Real.
Nice, David. Equal game, dub. Mateo,
I'm interested to see whatever 4J ends up making. They were working on, like, I want to say they're working on some big project that is a sandbox type thing. But all they have is, like, a tech demo right now, basically. And it's all video on it.
You when I saw where he died.
I'm sure it'll be pretty good. 4J is, like, lovely, lovely studio.
I think he's a little goofy.
Aye.
Okay. My inventory is starting to get really full, and I don't want to be unable to pick up dirt for a little while. Then again, I have to fill up all this water right now, so...
like David.
Okay. All these thieves are just gonna keep drowning. They never learn their lesson. What do they have to gain?
One day they'll learn how to breathe.
No, they get removed in the next update. They don't get a chance to learn how to breathe.
Will become Steve.
Real. Like, all these guys are just gonna end up drowning and going extinct. And I won't be able to, like, honor them in the... True. The mob got re-added for a little bit. And it was unspawnable, right? Like, it wasn't something you could obtain in-game. I don't even think there are glitches to get a mob. Well, I say that.
I believe it.
So, hey Solo, are you still in chat? I have a question. I have but a simple question. And I don't know if you'll know the answer to said question, but I'm curious. Okay. So, mob IDs, right? In InDev and then InfDev, because the converter is able to save them. So I guess in InfDev, how does it save mobs? Like, how are mob IDs numbers, like, say, blocks and items? Or is it already, like, just the text, basically? So I'm trying to think, right? The converter tool from InDev to InfDev puts the game... Pretty sure InDev used class serialization, so no IDs exist. Okay. So what are they like in InfDev? I wonder. Because I'm trying to think... Is there an InfDev, like, save editor? Yeah. It's the first one that, like, actually has saving, I want to say, where, like, you'll see entities even show up from your save.
Yeah.
Yeah, InfDev is just alpha format. So there should be like editors for it, right? Like inventory editors / like save viewers on the of the same caliber as like say what's it called? Like UME. Preferably one not made by the same guy, but regardless. If there's a tool like that, I want to see like if I transfer Wander with all the Steves, right? Because these Steves are saved. Go ahead, save file, Wander, save. I think they're saved. Load file, Wander. No. Okay. Okay, so these guys aren't saved. Never mind.
Ripple the Steves.
It says like it's saving the entities, but I guess not. Because what I was thinking, right, is like, if there's a version where you can just save mobs, and they like bring it through the converter into InfDev, and then just take that up to like the beta where they get re-added temporarily. If the ID was the same, would they just still be there? Would you just be able to like smuggle humans? But I don't think the mob ID would be the same. I don't even know if the transfer tool transfers humans. And if these guys aren't getting saved, then I'd have to see if none of the other versions where they exist keep them. It's not looking great.
I think he is.
Because being able to transfer a human up to, I want to say it's like beta 1.6 where they get removed, would be funny. Don't know if the Python converter takes entities, to say don't know if entities were saved before InfDev. It says that it does. It says like it takes entities, they just won't appear until a certain point in InfDev, but they are actually saved. So like say you have a pig in your InDev save, like say there's a pig saved, you transfer it up until the version where like they do properly show up, it's not gonna appear, but once it does, if you have like placed a block where that pig would be, it will spawn in and it will suffocate. It's goofy.
When I was making the saving mod for survival test, it was saving the player as well. And when you loaded it, it would load the player, which was just one of the bugs. And it would like shoot you off in like a direction when you started to move.
Yeah.
Because of entity collision.
The survival test saving mod. Lovely thing.
I like this guy.
You did great. Survival test is so goofy to work with, from what I can tell.
So true.
Just like even classic in general.
Oh, you know, that's fair enough, honestly.
And it probably doesn't help that there's like not proper like a proper like mod loader for it. Because I'm sure like if you had to work with just base Minecraft code for every mod that you did and only base Minecraft code, I would assume that that'd be like feel a bit weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The multiplayer mod that's for one of the in-dev versions.
It's the latest, yeah. Latest in-dev.
Yeah. Latest.
223.
Yeah, I can't make a mod for it that will like add zoom and stuff. Because it changes a class that's changed by the multiplayer mod. And
Yeah.
I haven't found a way where I can like edit it with that mod.
Alright, we need to make Fabric. Time to port Fabric to Classic and InDev and InfDev and Alpha and Pre-Classic. Let's port Fabric to Pre-Classic. We have like InDev Plus and InfDev Plus and all this nonsense. When are we getting Pre-Classic Plus?
One day.
Pre-Classic Plus, get it running on a Nintendo DS. Alright. Inventory's just about full.
That's where David died.
Back to placing. The Steve's drowning. Music. Music to my
That back
ears.
right row.
Okay.
In there. That's how long it.
I'm definitely kind of thinking, like, this is gonna look cool, right? It's just, we've dug out a lot of area. This whole place is just like inside this little mountainside, or this little cliff area. We'll put stone up, and maybe some ores. We'll probably put some ores in there. But we'll put stone along the walls of this, just so it's, like, consistent all the way around. And we'll just have this be, like, a little mining zone. We can put, like, caves in between the places. Like, we can have the tunnels, like a mineshaft type thing. I think it'll be cool.
I'm
We gotta make
looking
sure we're
forward to
reinforced though, 'cause that's all we got in here.
But yeah. Also, you mentioned the InDev saving thing.
I can only put up so many.
Or not InDev saving. What's it called? Sure. InDev multiplayer?
4 left.
Yeah. I'm going to be stuck on InDev for a while. Right?
Plus David's excuse. Thank God.
Because I'm not updating until all those get save mods. Right? I'm refusing to. Save mods that, you know, render with my graphics card and don't crash the game when you place
Yeah, this
2
guy gets
blocks
it. W.
and corrupt your save file, right?
Aye.
Like,
Yep.
once there's relatively stable save mods for those, I'll update past InDev. We're gonna be on, like, 2.2.3 for a while, so I'll probably just go ahead and use the multiplayer mod. And just, like, allow some people on.
That could be kind of cool.
Yeah, because, like, I've been just thinking this to myself. It'd be really cool for this world to kind of give, like, those, like, Stampy's Lovely World vibes. Just a world, right? Just a normal world, not like a full-out server. But, like, just occasionally have a person on. Just hang out, and they're just a person here. Just adds to it. I think that'd be fun. So, like, at the bare minimum, Kiz is being on here. And, like, I would probably be down for you to join it if you wished as well. You made the goddamn saving mod. You deserve to be playing old block game.
I got a proxy over there, so you should know.
The only issue is I'd have to, like, remove people from the Hamachi thing, then add new people. Because you can only have, like, up to... Well, I say that. There's a test I want to do. What time is it for you, Lego? You there? I think Lego had to go do a thing. There's a test I want to do, though, with Hamachi, to see if people can join when it's just me connected to it and they're not. Right? Because it's like changing what IP is being used. It's a VPN.
Yeah.
So I want to see if that's a thing. So happy I have public IPv4 so I don't have to Hamachi. I mean, I do too, but it's like not working for me.
What? Oh, I did not even fuck this
I want to say like
public IPv4 is static. I pay like
Yeah.
$10 extra for it.
I have it static and it doesn't say I have to pay anything for it. I think. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's like not actually.
So, the difference between like the public IP being static and the private being static is the private you have full access to what ones that you want it to be, whereas the public one that gets done by your ISP.
Okay, that's probably why it wasn't working for me then. And that's probably why Hamachi fixed it.
Aye.
So I want to see, like, if I just launch Hamachi and don't have other people join, can they still connect? 'Cause it's like changing my... It's like a VPN thing for my IP. I wonder... It's gonna be worth a test. After stream, if you're down to, like, help me check that, that'd be appreciated.
Sure, can do.
Alright. I'm getting
I was
pings.
just thinking the same thing.
Who goes?
What the hell's going on?
Down there. Scroll up, some pinks in the Pixcord.
Just look at the kill cams though. They're fucking sweaty motherfuckers.
Okay. But yeah, it'll be worth a try. College yoinked a ton of IPs in the early internet, so every student in the dorms just gets their own static IPv4. That's great. I love that. That's really good, actually. Okay. So if I pick up any more items right now, well, not right now, I just moved it out of my hotbar. Or out of my... I merged 2 stacks in my inventory. If I accidentally have picked up any mob drops in like the last probably 5 minutes of me not having any empty slots from what I could realize, then there's some extra hidden slots just in my inventory right now. This is goofy. Alright. My inventory is full. So we're just gonna go ahead and like make a temporary little stairway. Okay. Like that.
Yeah,
Can make like the world's most high-risk parkour on here, because just respawning is not a thing. That'd be funny.
True.
Okay. Up we go. So I'm gonna have to like...
Before the term hardcore was used.
Real. The game is hardcore before hardcore was ever used, up until like InfDev. And even then you just don't get a bed. You just get to cry.
No beds until beta.
Real. This is why we can't have nice things. There's gonna be monsters everywhere on this. It's gonna be wild. Here's a fun thing. So, when the chunks get populated, going into InfDev, right? That's gonna, like, put ore and whatnot into any stone builds I have. Which isn't a lot, right? But, say, like, not my floor in my house, but my trenches are just gonna get filled with, like, different ores and whatnot, and gravel. It's gonna be goofy.
I see, notch code.
Yeah, notch code. Gotta love chunk repopulation. I mean, it makes sense. I think it's just, like... You're basically creating a world, right? You are basically making an InfDev world when you're doing the transfer. Because the saving is completely different. So it makes sense to me why, like, you know, it's gonna populate the chunks. It just made a world. Nothing too weird there. But also, it's just fun to make fun of notch code. Quite frankly.
So true.
How much notch code is still in the game? That's an interesting question. How much code written by Notch is still actually present? in like
Guess
1.20.
maybe some of the rendering stuff.
Maybe.
The client itself, maybe parts of it. The game's changed so much.
Yeah. So I would think like not too much of it's left, but Hero Bright. Okay.
David, you can swim if you jump on the water. You know that?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was last week's snapshot in the
I saw it
change
last
log they had Herobrine's name.
Oh,
Repopulation from InDev to ImDev is completely unintentional. No, I get that's unintentional. I just see why it happens. At least I think I do. My mind has some logic for like, yeah, this makes sense that it would go on. Store that the chunk had populated, so they would populate every reload. Okay, you know what? No, never mind. I was wrong. This is just a notch code moment.
damn, I probably got cooked.
Christ. Like that. It's good. Over this way we'll worry about momentarily. I'm a little bit curious now. Like,
Oh, outdoors.
I guess it would be... There's not really a way to know exactly what code Notch made, right? It can really just be like... I know at some point, and he said like around what point that is, he stopped doing like actual coding for the game. But there is also the fact of like... Mine's no better. Yeah. Well, it's like... There are bad coding practices, and then there are people who have made massively known projects, and there are bad coding practices in them. Right? Like, little Timmy who got his hands on Scratch isn't gonna be called out for not knowing what an if-else statement is.
Not good, English.
But when Yondir Dev does it, among other reasons why it's fun to make fun of him, like, it's just goofy. Right? Like, when Toby Fox codes his game like a potato, people will make fun of him for it. But also, it's a good game, so no one actually cares. It's just fun. It's just funny and fun to do. That's kind of how it goes with the Notch code. He made a work of art. It's just sometimes held together by, like, toothpicks and, you know, freaking, what's it called? Staplers. Held together by toothpicks and paper clips.
Oh, we saw that before.
Alright. There we go. This bit of terrain is nice and neat. If I go over here, there's like this hole. So we're gonna fix that. I definitely like the idea that I had of going ahead and just, like, what's it? Doing the isometric screenshot for the thumbnails. Because I can just, like, clearly see the progress being made in, like, the terraforming. And it's lovely. It is lovely.
They do look nice.
Yeah. It's a simple thumbnail. Nothing to write home about. Not, like, custom art or any cool nonsense like that, but I like it.
I need to work out how to do it
Oh,
in modern Minecraft, so I can edit to perspective.
Good luck. Good luck. Most
Only I
underrated
can work out
change
how
of
to do it.
1.18 was boosting the power of the... That's a very good change. I am very happy about that change. What were you saying, Lego?
surely I can work out how to get the isometric screenshots working in new Minecraft. I know there's a mod that does it already, but it's not the best mod.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and isn't like just a small location? Well, like think
I
Dynmap
think it-
exists. Not Dynmap. Yeah, Dynmap.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has an isometric view.
The mod
like,
that I know that does the screenshots, it has like all the config stuff, but you need an extra library that the user has to install themselves, and
No, yeah,
things
I can
like
see that
that.
being an issue. They didn't just
even
make a
once you
mod
install
library?
it doesn't work. No, I think it. I can't remember what it's called, but you have to have it in your Minecraft directory. It's really weird.
Yeah.
And,
Like-
and when I tried to get it to work, it just didn't. It produced a blank screenshot.
Is Dynmap open source?
Good question.
Because Dynmap has the stuff for viewing an entire world in an isometric view. So, like, if you could somehow make, like, a non-server version of it, somehow,
Oh, then where are your friends now?
then, like,
Why?
you'd already be part of the way there.
So huge.
Or, like, even just, like... Hold up, I need to figure out how Dynmap works, but you could, like, set it up for a local host server, probably.
Yeah.
But still, like,
I
that's
would
just...
want to make it.
Yeah,
I would want to make it as simple as possible.
yeah. Like, that's just one step of the way, though, if it is open source.
Oh!
Yes, it is.
Getting that, like, isometric view, probably, I would say, like, the trickiest part. Because then you just have to, like, find a way to, like, practically screenshot it. Which I think would be more of a configuration thing than a mechanic thing.
Yeah.
Like, you have the view, but, like, how much do you want to screenshot? Or do you want it to screenshot from, like, all rendered chunks, basically, get in there?
They will have, like-
How high do you want the resolution? Do you want it to be, like, uniform across at a certain level?
Oh, yeah,
Or do you want it to be, like, within these bounds? Just stuff like that.
You did, though. But that was
Okay.
a crazy reaction there.
Build out this way a wee bit. There we go.
I'm just being mean.
Burn tree down. Good luck. If I can switch over to the flint and steel. Also, let me just eat a metric ton of apples so this does not break my understack. Go to like 250, 260 ought to be enough. Num 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 num. Num num crunch crunch chomp. Nubble 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 nubble. Come. Nom, nom. There we go. Delicious apple. Tastes like chicken. Smooth taste of apple in the morning. Negative 256 rolls to 0? Okay. Good. So 260 is good, that's comfortable. If I somehow get any apples, then I won't have to worry about it looping. Oh, wait. When does the mob drop code for Notch get added? When does that become a thing? Is that just a thing in dev, or is it, like, alpha? Or, like, some point after in dev, I'm guessing. Because mob drop code exists, so, like, when does Notch start dropping apples? I want to leave that, actually. I think that's good. Terrain is coming along. Hell yeah. Let's head over here. We'll dig out that last little bit down there. Time to do a bucket clutch in InDev, my favorite activity. I missed. Okay. The InDev bucket clutch is just funny, conceptually. I love it. You were just like...
You have a full block of water.
Yeah. MC Wiki says 2010-0227, so InfDev. Got it. Salutations, Steve. One thing I want to do at some point is, like, make the sponge mines into a proper structure. That'll be fun. Which is before respawning, but I guess it drops anyways, despite the fact that the player can't respawn. So if, like, you kill Notch, right? You kill Notch, Notch can no longer join that world, and you get an apple. Isn't that lovely? You just straight up killed him. He's gone.
He can no longer use a keyboard. It's great.
You finally freed the world. Took away his keyboard privileges.
Hey man, what the fuck happened?
Alright, put that there.
Why am I the last one?
Okay. I've gone through so many shovels. This is ridiculous. Like, I made 127 stacks for each of the tools, and while I accidentally messed up my axe one, like, so I just tossed out all the axes, and I'm gonna go ahead and fix this understack later. I should have done it when I was getting the leaves and the sand. Dang it. Regardless, I've gone through 27 iron shovels since making those understacks, and that's just hysterical to me.
At least you didn't have to craft them.
No, yeah. This is ridiculous. Alright. Honestly, overstacked tools, wonderful. Wonderful little thing. Gonna be using those on the Farlands trip. That's gonna be a godsend.
I don't think I will.
I know, like, different people have different definitions of what they consider to be, like, legitimate and whatnot.
Of course you would bring that up.
So for something like the Farlands journey, I know that, like, there are people who track who's made it there and, like, have recorded all of it. When me and Judge do that, I don't know if we'd be put on that list for the sake of, like, Wander is full of glitches. We do many a duplication glitch, and we're gonna be, like, stocking up on some overstacked apples, for example, early on. We're not gonna be using the nether roof. We're gonna be going through the overworld. We're not gonna be, like, doing teleportation stuff. So while the travel itself will be legit, there's an argument that could be made that, like, oh, well, you guys use these duplications on the world, so it's not legitimate. I don't really care. I don't really care all too much.
All
Just
you've
something
done
I've
is
thought
change
about.
the rules of the game.
Yeah. I'm that one guy who did the speedrun for breaking a chunk, who just went to the end and broke a single wooden plank. Like, went to the end, placed the block, and then broke that block. And, like, technically they broke every block that had been in that chunk. Oh yeah, exactly.
With what? I'm lying.
I think the journey is, like, the legitimacy part of it, right?
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Like, understacked or overstacked tools and all that nonsense. Have some, like, illegal stacks of food. And then bring a metric ton of, like, diamond blocks. Just stash up on that before the journey. Because there's nothing saying, like... what's like the joke of like any
Yeah,
versus battle if you give Batman prep time? Like, there's nothing saying we can't just prepare for as long as we want as well. This world does not have to have been made for the sake of going to the Farlands. The Farlands is just, I want to have that terrain on my multi-version survival world. I want to one day be in like 1.20 and then just go to the Farlands, and that's just an option that I have, right? Like, I think that's just insane. That's just cool. One of the many, many things dotting my world.
Oh, goodness,
Like, you'll hear me talk about this a lot. That's something that I want to do. Just because it's such a cool concept to have. I also want to do the Nether Farlands. I want to get there as well.
I've never seen the Nether Farlands, I'm not gonna lie.
Other screenshots. People have gotten there, I think, just using the roof. I don't think it's actually been, like, done without the roof before. In, like, just legitimate survival block game. Like, no glitches. Just walking there through the Nether. I don't think it's been done yet. And, like, part of the issue, right, is at the very least, like, say in beta 1.7, because that's the most common place people would do the trip, you can at the very least set your spawn, right? Like, you can put beds down. But even when you're in, like, beta 1.7, well, by that point, you can't put nethers in the... You can't put beds in the nether. Nethers in the bed. You can't put beds in the nether. You just can't set your spawn. Now, I mean, I'm not really opposed to, like, setting a world back up. But I don't know.
I'm literally gonna put it down. Probably collapse.
Basically, it's just manual saving at that point, right?
Yeah.
Get your armor, boy.
Am I willing to, like, save scum my walk to the Nether Farlands? Yeah. This isn't, like, merging worlds, this isn't anything wild, it's just making a backup in case something, you know, dying when you're 8 million blocks out in the Nether happens. I'm gonna set up a hyperlink to my Farlands. Fair. Fair and balanced.
What the hell did this kid just shoot me with? He did 5 damage.
Let's see. And I want to say, like, portals just stop working. Like, after a point, right? Like, portals just stop... Or, I don't even know if it's that. No, yeah, it is. So, you can get to, like, the Farlands, right? But if you... I want to say if you set up a portal there, then, like, that would spit you out past the border in the Nether, basically. Just given, like, the size difference. Because, like, every one block in the Nether is 8 in the overworld. No! No, I'm thinking this wrong. I'm getting it backwards. Are you able to put a portal in the Farlands in the overworld and still work? I know you can't do it, like, past where the Farlands would be in the Nether,
That's how you do it.
right? Like, you can't put a portal down in the Nether to, like, go past the Farlands without it crashing, I think? I don't remember fully. I've not looked at this in a fat minute. I need to. Me when I spread misinformation on the internet? Okay. Kind of want this to end up being like a cliff, just overlooking some ponds over there. I think this whole terrain area is just gonna be very, very cliff-faced. Okay. I'm gonna finish this bit of terraforming. I'm not gonna, like, make the down there part tonight, I don't think. Because I am a little bit sleepy. And I need to get a shower in. So, I'll finish the terraforming of just this area that I'm working on. And once I'm done with that, then we can go ahead and end the stream. And then Lego, after I do that, we can test the Hamachi thing. Alright.
Oh,
Okay.
I like this kid. I like this kid.
Go over here. Setting up a hyperlink to the Farlands is something that I have in mind. It's just such a cool, like, is it a glitch? I mean, you're RNG manipulating.
August, he needs to know.
That's not, I think that's more of an exploit, if anything.
David, August got a really fast shotgun.
I mean, I guess you have to use some glitches to do it. Like, to even get the hyperlink set up. Because you're not normally going to have one just go to the point that you want it. Normally you don't have the time to, like, think to make it do that, right? So I'm sure there's some glitches involved in actually being able to set up a gateway hyperlink. Still cool as hell we're doing that on here.
Oh.
Because we'll be able to put end portals anywhere.
We'll leave them there. Leave them
We'll have a stash from
there.
just like duping them after getting them in beta 1.9 pre-release something. I think you get them on spawn-in. Like on respawn. So I could just make a... One thing I want to have... I want to build a player farm on here. As in just a device that I can go ahead, get in, and just kill myself repeatedly. In a game. Kill myself repeatedly. So that I can go ahead and, like... What's up? Just farm respawn items in certain versions. I think that'll be a fun little thing to have.
Hey, someone else take this.
Just like make an end portal farm and it's just me repeatedly dying. Auto respawn is a... I don't know when... Is auto respawn introduced at that point?
What did I say?
I'm trying to think, like, auto respawn, is that something you have to, like, enable as, like, a game rule? And if so, that's not something you can do without cheats, is it?
Not unless you're creating the world.
Yeah, no. So it will have to be player run. Can't just, like, AFK the kill farm. This is a sad day. Inefficient, I say. I'm out of dirt, and I don't feel like making an understack. So, I think this is just where we call it for the day. Let me go ahead and save. How long have we been going? Let's see here. About 2 hours. That's good, that's solid. F7. There we go.
Say it.
This is gonna save some trees just actively burning in the background. Love to see it. Okay.
If you don't say it, I'll report you.
Let me check out the ISO screenshot real quick.
Report on. You heard it here first.
Okay. Users, Leapy,
Let me tell you,
and scroll down.
I pinged the
This
fuck
one.
out. Let's go.
Yep. Wait.
You two little guy.
I just haven't reversed it yet. Okay, flip horizontal. So, whenever I get these isometric screenshots, I always end up flipping the image, just so it's like aligned with, like if I'm looking this way, like it's aligned with it. It's great. Because like normally the isometric screenshot has like those statues in the towers on that side of the house. Like the world is mirrored, so if I just flip the image, it fixes it. But yeah, we'll go to the house, save, and then end stream. Thank you all for watching. It's been fun. I like to do these more often, just in the middle of the week. I try to get it done every Sunday if I can help it. Sometimes I miss it. I don't like to miss it. This is extra, but I still like doing it. So thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. Let me save while I'm in here. Goodbye.
Bye, chat.